I am a Kingdom Hearts fan, which means I tend to either overthink or underthink certain things. And that means debating whether or not the events of Union Cross in the first half are a projection from the past, a flashback, or they really are happening at that very moment. Anyways, somebody on Twitter tried to make the claim that Cloud's Kingdom Hearts 1 design wasn't cool because he had bandages on his sword, trying to say it's impractical. First of all, you are wrong. This is one of the coolest designs in fiction. I'm willing to box over that. But because of that tweet, somebody else made a tweet in reference to that tweet. Oh my god, how many times am I going to say tweet? What they said was, and I quote, let me pull up my script here. The Kingdom Key is literally round, with a flat tip and always strikes with the blunt side, and it cuts through buildings. And at first, I thought absolutely nothing about it. You know, just one of those things in video games that you really aren't meant to take seriously. But this is Kingdom Hearts. Everything has a place and its purpose. So, that got me thinking. How do Keyblades work? In this video, we're not going to be talking about one idea, but multiple possible solutions as to what could be the driving force of our favorite mouse tool. Let me know which one you agree with, and if you have your own solution, drop it down in the comments. A big talking point for this question can be the good old answer of Disney magic. Things don't always have to make sense. As long as it drives the story forward and works within the narrative, you can change the rules whenever you want. By this logic, one of the simplest answers is the Keyblade cuts or bonks, just depending on what the writers want it to be used for in the story. But that feels too simple. We actually have some history of, at the very least, Kingdom Key having a mind of its own to some sense, with Sora being referred to as the Keyblade's Chosen, and the fact that once it sensed Riku falling to the darkness, it chose to go to Sora. So there is definitely at least a minimal form of consciousness in the Kingdom Key, which we can reasonably extend to every other Keyblade as well. As such, there may be inherent rules to what Keyblades are willing to cleave. This would have to extend to Keyblades used by both people on the side of light and those of dark, as when you fight the organization members, you aren't getting disemboweled whenever you get hit by them. Buildings? A-okay. But a 15-year-old? Maybe not. Part of the reason I'm even making this video is because I got lucky enough to win a free 4-day ticket to PAX East this past March from one of the best Kingdom Hearts creators out there, HMK. When I finally met him in person, I brought this topic up to him, and he told me he actually had made a video pretty similar to this one over 7 years ago. Wow. However, in his video he only talked about one idea, albeit a pretty interesting one. He claimed that the Keyblade projects an ethereal blade along its edge, akin to a plasma cutter, claiming that the effects that we see when swinging the Keyblade is visual evidence of this. He says each Keyblade's inherent strength is correlated to how powerful the energy blade is, increasing in strength with the might of the wielder and other factors. As such, even when a Keyblade may seem blunt, it is still always sharp. A pretty unique take. This last idea is the one that I personally subscribe to. Essentially, everything that we see in Kingdom Hearts is diegetic in some way, meaning it fits into the world of the story being told. What I'm claiming is also diegetic is the health bar. Of course, this could be taken as simply being hurt and taking a potion to heal your wounds. However, we don't see any wounds, partly on account of the game being rated E10+, so I'm not expecting to see Donald and Goofy look like they just got out of Fight Club. But this partly could be because the health bar isn't a measure of physical health, technically. What I'm proposing is that the health bar works more so as a spirit gauge, or a semi-physical armor that living beings either consciously or subconsciously project onto themselves when engaging in battle. The damage that you take depletes this, with the final blow being a spiritual strike to the soul, which is actually a separate concept from the heart, As explained by Ansem the Wise in Secret Report 4, the soul acts as a battery, supplying a person with power and the will to fight. There's a lot more to be said on this topic alone, and if there's enough people interested, I'll make a full video on it. But back on topic. When it comes to living beings, you don't just slice right through them. But what about inanimate objects, like chests or buildings? I feel that the wielder can make an active choice whether or not to cut through something that isn't alive, or bounce it around a little bit. This is definitely not an exhaustive list, and there are many different other ideas that could possibly be the reason behind how the Keyblade cuts, how it doesn't, and otherwise. So, as I said before, let me know what your ideas are, and remember to follow me everywhere you possibly find me. Take care of yourselves, and have yourselves a damn good one. Peace out.